Hello and welcome to the CNBC-TV18 special. I'm Timsy Jaipuria. Talking to us today is Chairman of Central Board of Direct Taxes, Nitin Gupta. A very warm welcome to our show, sir. India's net direct tax collections have already touched 8.65 lakh crore rupees till mid of September, showing a growth of about over 20% on an annual basis. Looking at the robust figures, the revenue from corporate tax collections is expected to meet the budget estimates even before the fiscal year ends. For the direct tax collections, the target is to touch 18.20 lakh crore rupees. How doable does the target look like, sir?
Thank you very much, first of all. And see, the growth in direct tax collection has been robust. As on the data up to 9th of October, the direct tax collections are at 9.57 lakh crores, as against the target of 18.23 lakh crore, which is growing at the rate of now 21.8%. So we are quite confident of achieving the targets set out in the budget for the current fiscal.
So when it comes to securities transaction tax, that is an area which is showing a very healthy growth, and it actually reflects a lot about the current position that people have in the market. What are the collections like?
In STT segment, the collections are roughly 16,300 crores as against 14,250 crore last year.
So that itself shows a very healthy trend. When it comes to online gaming sector, that sector was something that you personally, since you took office, a lot of activity was happening, and we actually saw a lot of enforcement action happening on that side. Where are we on that? How much collections have come in so far from online gaming? Because that is one upcoming sector which is yet to be, formalized, and people are trying to evade taxes from that sector.
Online gaming, if you see the Finance Act, we came out with a new regime, altogether refined one, revised one from 1st April. And in the last 6 months, about 600 crore TDS collections have been received in this sector, from this sector. And we feel that taxpayers have taken it in a nice stride, and we expect that it will grow further.
When it comes to virtual digital assets, that is something that, again, was a new regime that the tax collections were coming from last year. And where are we on that? How collections are growing? Are people coming more in the formal economy towards this sector?
Virtual digital asset the regime was set up in the last budget, means Finance Act 22. And in the current year, in about 6 months, the collections are from TDS are around 100 crores or so, 105 crores.
Okay. So that is again a healthy trend that we are seeing. When it comes to influencers, a lot of enforcement action recently took place on influencers because they were evading a lot of income, and that again is an upcoming sector which came under income tax radar. Where are we on influencers? What is the view that the tax department has on influencers?
See, we keep on trying to identify areas where there could be tax payment is not made and all that. And in that series, we mounted some action in particular sector. So we expect that that would give a good nudge to other influencers on Instagram or YouTube or elsewhere when they are earning income. That has been the common endeavor of the department, that wherever the taxpayer has taxable income, they should file the return of income. And we are doing a lot in terms of the taxpayer service. We expect that anyone who is having taxable income shall comply with the laws of the country and file the return of income, pay the taxes accurately.
So when it comes to capital gains tax, that sector was supposed to see certain reforms. We had former Revenue Secretary Tarun Bajaj actually spilling the beans and saying that yes, he agrees to the fact that this particular sector over the years has got a lot of law changes and now needs simplification. Where are we on that front?
See, we made some changes in the capital gains structure in the Finance Act 23, and it's an ongoing exercise. Let us see at the stage of preparation of the budget. We will examine it further and take it forward.
So can we hope something is possible when it comes to further simplification of capital gains tax structure can be there in the upcoming budget, because it is going to be an interim budget this time?
Yes, it has to be interim budget this time, but we can't say anything. It has not come on the discussion yet. The budget exercise has just commenced, so the exercise has to proceed further, and we'll see how it takes forward.
As you just now said that the budget exercise has just commenced. It has just started from October onwards, if I'm not wrong. So what do you think can be future law simplifications? Which areas do you think personally which require further simplification, further changes when it comes to the entire law and the procedures, because that is something that people are now looking forward to. A lot of times we've seen industry and a lot of industry captains say that income tax law needs further simplification. Where are we on that? What do you think could be possible areas that you personally would like to touch upon? Whether they come up in the budget or not is secondary.
See, the thrust of the government has been on simplification, and you have seen that on the corporate tax side as well as on the individual income tax side, there has been, we are trying to pursue the exemption-free and deduction-free regime, and that thrust is continuing. So that is one area where the work is an ongoing exercise, and let us see. We get a lot of inputs at the budget stage, and we deliberate upon them, discuss upon them. I will request the stakeholders to send us their suggestions, viewpoints, which can lead to simplification and improvement and generating overall efficiency. So let us see at the budget discussion stage.
My last question to you, sir, before we close this. You are also part of the committee on marketing strategy that pharma sector should look at, that doctors should look at specifically, because we were seeing a lot of action happening on that side. A lot of wrong practices were being noticed, and that was something that was flagged not just by income tax but various other stakeholders also. And tax scrutiny actually helped a lot in tightening the news around how frivolous these activities were getting. Where are we on that? What is happening in that committee? Where are we in terms of the final outcome? How do you think income tax can play a role further to ensure that wrong practices in pharma, healthcare, through health practitioners can be controlled?
The government had constituted a committee under the chairmanship of Dr. Paul from Niti Aayog, and so that committee has been functional. I think more details can be shared by Dr. Paul as chairman of the committee, but I can say that the tax laws are very clear and consistent, that any violation, any expenditure incurred on violation of a tax law is not an allowable expenditure, and this applies to all sectors of economy, be it pharma or any other sector, and we expect that the stakeholders, especially from the pharma sector, comply with the law of the land laid down by the NMC or other statutory bodies, and that is the law which we follow while allowing or disallowing any expenditure claimed.
So that was Nitin Gupta, Chairman, Central Board of Direct Taxes, talking to us and clearly highlighting that when it comes to the new upcoming sectors such as virtual digital assets, cryptocurrencies, and online gaming, influencers, a lot of healthy action coming in from that side, a lot of collections are coming from that side. And yes, he's hopeful that budget target of 18.20 lakh crore rupees could be achieved even before the fiscal ends. Many thanks for joining us on this CNBC-TV18 special. We'll be back shortly.